first question to you. As you know, some of these programs of SBA has not been modernized for almost a decade. And in order to make the changes necessary, we need to do it based on well-defined performance measures. The SBA has typically relied on quantity-based indicators, such as the number of clients served or counselor hours provided. A better measure might be outcome-based, such as the number of business started or jobs created. Do you believe that such outcome-based indicators are more appropriate than those that are quantity-based?
I would say absolutely, especially as a business owner. I would like to see the numbers reflect how many jobs were created from the small business, what was their revenues increase. That's the true indicator of whether a business is successful, and the number of small businesses started and then how they've grown. So absolutely, that makes much more sense than the numbers in and numbers out that we have seen in the past.
Aren't you concerned that these type of outcomes will be more difficult to measure?
Well, it will be new and different, but I think that this will help the SBA to be very focused in terms of the programs that are there and the outcomes. And in the long run, I think it will be much more efficient, and we'll see a much better return on the investment.
Mr. Brown, as you know, the SBA operates a wide variety of training initiatives targeting specific demographics. What is so unique about the veterans population that they require their own program?
Thank you for the question, Madam Chairwoman. I think there are a number of things. First and foremost, especially amongst younger service members coming back, they have very specific needs, and they're also going to have their own credit issues in consideration of small business. I think there are a number of fixes we can look at for that. One is either directly assessing their credit issues as a result of their service, or creating a loan program that makes it more likely that they'll be able to access capital. But in regards to the veteran business centers themselves, we obviously do have the set-asides, and I think that veteran business owners, from what I've seen, tend to work very well together. And if we can help facilitate this and find a unique place to, we've seen that with the veteran business centers that already do exist.
Okay. There are two delivery points for veterans to secure business counseling. First, there are SBA's Veterans ED program, which are underfunded. And second, there is the Veterans Corporation that is ineffective.
Right.
What aspects of the new Veterans Business Center will make it superior to the existing programs it will be replacing?
I think most importantly would be the quantity and the geographic location. I think if you look at the western United States, in fact, I have a map, which I don't know if you can see from there, but if you're anywhere in the western United States, you're going to have a lot of trouble accessing these centers. I think foremost, that's the most important issue, is that we have a higher number of them that are more accessible.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Evans, many of the nation's smallest businesses are located in areas that lack the entrepreneurial development infrastructure of more affluent communities. And this is why the Women's Business Center is so important. How much of a priority should it be to focus new centers in these low-income communities?
Chairwoman, I think it's incredibly important. As you probably already know, when women start businesses and use their income to not only create jobs in the communities, what we know is that they also are able to build assets. And when children are raised in asset positive homes, we see outcomes that go beyond just the job creation and the community development, but also we see increased educational and other health kinds of outcomes. Making sure that women business centers are in these low-income neighborhoods and communities where often there are single heads of households with women, we think is very, very important as we look at the many triple and sometimes even more lots of impact that are happening in the communities from these businesses being there.
And do you think that the agency's approval of grants should take into account centers' ability to serve the low-income population?
Again, definitely. We have some of the most entrenched poverty in these communities, and entrepreneurship development must play a key role in providing the necessary opportunities, as well as I said, the asset building and wealth creation for these individuals to really rebuild their communities. And so we must ensure that all the communities throughout the country have access to entrepreneurial development services, particularly those aimed at women.
Thank you. Mr. Hoggy, the proposed legislation takes several steps to foster better coordination among the different SBAs entrepreneurial development programs. And this includes the development of a comprehensive strategy that draws upon all the agencies' training and counseling initiatives. Why do you think this is important?
Well, I think there have been problems in the past of coordination amongst agencies, and clearly if there is a common goal amongst the agencies and there's a direction that it clearly will be more effective. And this has been a problem in the past of agencies going different directions, fighting with each other's turf battles is not the most effective for small business.
Ms. Dorfman?
You took the words out of my mouth, sorry. You took the words out of my mouth. There has been a competitiveness, and that we really need to see focus to move forward and to bring together the consistency across the various agencies, and having even a one person kind of coordinating that, bringing people in the door, and then identifying what's the best avenue for that individual or for that small business where they need to start would be a great assistance, I think, for a small business owner, rather than the fragmentation and hearing from different people and not sharing the best way to start.
Thank you.
Could I just ask a question?
Sure.
Are you talking, because I think we've got problems in both areas, are you talking specifically within the SBA programs or across agencies in general?
No, SBA.
Well, I agree with you, but I think there's another problem, agencies in general, and it creates a real problem that you can't have. We have a situation right now where under the energy bill that was passed in 2005 and 2007, the SBA was to work interagencies to assist small businesses in energy conservation and job creation, and that just hasn't happened.
There are a lot of things that hasn't happened, but this is the purpose of this committee oversight role. Mr. Graves.